Hello everyone, Krydex here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. In our last episode, we were working on all this crazy BTX stuff and getting methane and all that, and we were looking into ways to make ammonia, and I don't know how I missed this one. We can also make ammonia with coke and copper. Now, it's not great. It's really not great, but at the same time, when I think about like what a belt of coke and copper could do, that's a lot of ammonia. And tar and tall oil, which I'm not really even thinking about that much right now, but like ammonia is not cheap. And I'm like, is this just the better recipe than getting urea? Because urea is all that work to come from liquid manure. I mean, I don't know. And the Zogna, which isn't totally that cheap and consumes petri dishes and wood and land. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here. The important part is we got Nexalit coming in now. Bada bing, bada boom. By the way, did our workers ever switch over to worker food? Yes, they did. So these haven't been switched over yet, but they will be eventually. Okay. I'm also curious about, like, are we making enough Nexalit? These can process 3 ore a second to make 1 clean, and 1 clean is making 1... So we're making 1 Nexalit plate a second. Okay, that seems like enough. I hope. Anyway, these will be ready to go making methane. And then where did we put that methane? We're putting it down here. And that's already hooked up. Did I plug in this tank? No. Plug that in. Sulfuric acid from acid gas. See, the problem with multi-providers is naming them. Sulfuric acid from acid gas plus methane from BTX. Okay, well, I think this is good to leave alone for now. That'll unlock as soon as the recipe's done. And then we'll have something useful happening with our BTX. And our BTX is coming from refining this stuff, which is stopped. Wait, why is it stopped? BTX is not full. Oh, you know what? Yeah, someone made a comment about this. These are supposed to be ands. My bad. Yeah. Whoever you were on the YouTube comment, don't worry. It's fixed now. You were correct about that, and I meant to fix that. Okay, so those will run until all of those are full. But not tailings, right? No, and tailings? Wait a second. That may be a mistake. Cause tailing, I mean, I guess condensates are already... No, this is fine. I think this is fine. Because... Yeah, no, if we're trashing tailings, and we're not literally trashing them other places, right? We're not like taking it on a train to just put it in a sinkhole. We're gonna do other useful things with it. And if we're doing useful things with the tailings, I want to keep producing... or keep utilizing condensates, because the condensates are just going to get wasted anyway if I don't use them. So it is kind of a use it or lose it. It's just I might as well just dump the condensates and not waste the power, right? Like that's the thing, is we're using electricity to process all these things. And if we're just voiding all 3 of the outputs, then there's no point in wasting the power. So that's why setting something like this up is fine. You know, I'm saving 5 megawatts of processing power, or electricity power, if I'm not doing it that way. Okay, so anyway, Back to actually putting artificial blood on trains. We need to head up here and start requesting things, I guess. Is that correct? I think that's correct. And what are we gonna have as extra outputs? We're gonna have some tailings, we're gonna have some stone, we're gonna have hydrogen. That's a small amount of hydrogen. I'll probably just void that. I don't think that's worth a train stop. And we're gonna need nickel ore and copper ore to be put onto trains, which currently are not. I mean, look at how many ingredients there are for this. This is so many ingredients. And I forget, did we request this stuff yet? It looks like we did. Yeah, that's the one. I need to go grab that stuff. And then we'll get this going. And this is going to be a big step because we need the artificial blood. And don't we need one of these things for... Shoot. What was it? Unfortunately, you can't alt-click on the Helmut stuff. It was... Was it albumin? One of these things was needed in cytostatics, wasn't it? Decalin. Decalin is needed in cytostatics. So I'll probably end up making cytostatics in the same place, but then that means we want to make the other things in the same place too. So then it's, if you give a mouse a cookie, then it's like, is this going to be the gigantic block of, you know, I don't know what to call it. The gigantic block of making everything for science. Maybe. Now, do I want to cut straight through this oil sand? I mean, I've got oil sand there. I've got oil sand here. No, this is fine. We can cut through this one. There's plenty more oil sand where that came from. Alright, we'll get the bots building some more rail networks here. Because they do take forever. And it's best to get them going sooner rather than later. I wonder if I should make an array of stations. Not the actual stations themselves, but just the rails. So that way they're all placed already. Because that's kind of becoming part of the problem. I don't know. It's fine. Alright, turn this off. Clear it out. And then take all the things. Why was there 5 DDCs in that? Maybe this wasn't for this. But I had biofactories. Did I get a quenching tower? Yeah. Okay. What were all the DDCs for? I have no idea. But this thing needs a coal mine, which... What is that? Oh my god. We don't get that till blue science. And then it would mine 20 a second before productivity. Oh my gosh. That's kind of nuts. That is a lot of raw coal. And wait, when it says 3 kerosene per mining operation, does that mean 3 kerosene per raw coal? I hope not. If it does, that's ridiculous. If it's per 20 coal, that's more fair. But if that's 3 kerosene per unit of coal, that would be such a waste of kerosene when you just have these other raw coal patches. That would make no sense to me. That would make no sense to me at all. All right, so we're importing the methane. So we need methane, acid gas. Are we providing the acid gas on train? We are, right? Oh no. I just realized a problem. Shoot. We need to transition this to be a trasher. Because I can't... Huh. Because acid gas is needed in a bunch of places. Well, is it a bunch of places, though? Not really. It's to make sulfur. We need it as part of the pyanodons, and we need it for cobalt fluoride. Interesting. I guess we can just put a higher priority on this requester, to be honest. Because the idea is we would eventually have enough acid gas and it would back up. We're not, like, trashing the acid gas. At least not this acid gas. And we'll have other sources of acid gas providing eventually. Right now, this is the only way. And coal dust. Someone was asking about coal dust to ash, or was it ash to flue gas? We do have the ash to flue gas recipe, I believe. Yeah. What we don't have is the ability to turn coal dust into ash. So that's the problem here. I could use some of this output ash, I guess. You know, if we're burning... I guess what we could do is utilize the tailings, just literally burn them with this recipe. And then every 5 tailings is 1 ash, which is 15 flue gas, which means every tailings dust is 3 flue gas, which is, you know, some tiny percentage of an acid gas. I mean, does that actually add up to something, or is that just crazy? I think that's just crazy talk, right? Like, if we set up... I mean, let's just play with it for a second. So, tailings, ingredient, not that one, not that one. I want the actual tailings to acid gas recipe. Where is it? Whoa. That one. Okay, you make your own little block here. And ingredient input, perfect. Okay, so that's gonna give us 15 acid gas. If we turn this into show hidden, void with ash, we get ash out, and we're gonna use coal dust as a fuel. Not that it really matters. Uh-oh. What's going on with this menu? Why can't we see any of the... Oh, God. Is that... I know there was a patch recently. Let's see. Is that the case for all burning things? Also, is it just me, or did this window get skinnier? Now I'm questioning everything. Let's just make something random. Oh, gosh. The fuel... I need to take a picture of this and report it. The fuel menu is terrible now. I thought there were improvements made to it, but it is definitely worse. Huh. Okay, anyway. Wow, yeah, this is rough. Now where's coal dust? Right there. Okay, so then we turn all that ash into flue gas. I mean, it's 1 flue gas per 4 tailings dust. That's pretty bad. Wait, no, that's not right. Why is this? Am I missing something? What's happening to this ash? What the heck? Okay, this produces 0.8 ash. Where's that going? Shouldn't that be 0.872? The heck? Why is that ash not showing up as output? It literally doesn't even show up in here. Okay, well, we got ourselves an actual Hellmod bug, I think. 2 Hellmod bugs in 1 episode. I think this one's an actual bug. It's not actually showing up as an output of ash. Probably because of the burned result being ash. Like, if I change this to wood or something biodegradable, it does actually show the output. So there's something bugged with, like, it outputs ash twice somehow. Normally Hellmod doesn't seem to care about that sort of thing though, so that's weird. Anyway. Okay, if we turn that into flue gas, we're missing like 10% here. And then we turn that flue gas into acid gas. We get a whopping 0.18, 1% more acid gas. Nope, don't care about that. Do not care. No, no, no. Alright. Anyway, we're gonna need a lot of requesters here. So, because how many fluids do I have? We have acid gas, hot air, aromatics, blood, and methane. That's 5 fluids. I could, if I had left room here, I could have added 2 more. Feels like it's too late to fix that. I mean, I'd have to move everything up. Yeah, we'll probably need more requests anyway. F requester. Yeah, and what if I do leave room this time? So that's 1 tile, and that would be enough for extra pumps. We need them. Alright. And then that. We'll link up there. Okay, so then we need to request all sorts of little things, like, but nothing in large quantities. Except the ores. The ores need to be in large quantities. Nickel, rare earth, and copper ore. Nickel. By the way, we don't have nickel ore on trains. 22 stacks. Copper ore. 22 stacks. Rare earth ore. 22 stacks. And then Doesn't really matter how I filter this, but one of these will be copper. One of these will be nickel. Which is... I really wish they would do all of them like copper and iron. Like, the other ores don't go on the end of their little row. Which would be so nice. But instead, they're all at the bottom here. And then we'll do rare earth over here or something. Okay, now let's get nickel. You know what? No, I'll set that up after. I want to set this up. We've been talking about it for so long. I just want to set this up. And then this requester will be for the... I guess urea and coal are both in large amounts as well. That is a lot, actually. Urea, coal, and... rare earth oxides. Are those running now, by the way? No. We have no sulfuric. But we did. We got a few hundred rare earth oxides. Okay, perfect. Okay. Anyway, we need another. We will need another RoboPort. And then you're gonna request urea. Given it's 6 a second, I'll request 22 stacks of that. But other thing, we're gonna need a station control here with a constant combi. And for things like Nexalit, plate, those new icons are so useful. Nexalit plate will have the threshold be, what, 1 stack is gonna last me 1,000 seconds. So like 4 stacks of Nexalit, titanium, plate, we'll do 4 stacks as well. Rare earth oxides can be 4 stacks. Because if we only need 0.1 a second, yeah, we're definitely not. Wait, but didn't I need extra cobalt fluoride? Why can't I remember? No, we did not. What did we need extra of? It was the cobalt extract. Which I am making extra of. Okay. Yeah, we set that up properly. Okay, anyway, so mixture, cyanic acid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then we need Nexalit, titanium. I need those symbols over here. 5 stacks. Oh, that scared me for a second. I thought it was asking for 500 stacks. But it was not. And then put that there, 5 stacks. Do I need any other solids? Or was that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, I need coal. And do I have enough room for all this? 44 stacks plus 15 is 59 stacks. Yeah, we got plenty of room for all that. Okay, and then coal and urea go on this one. Easy enough. And then the other stuff, just, I don't know, I could use a local bot network for it, but We'll just use a couple of these bad boys. One can go here. These are here. I guess one will do this. And then I could have one more that side loads. Like that. So on the right side, it could do... Let's do the rare earth oxide on that one. And then this one will have the excellent titanium. Okay. So then those all go this way. Let's see, that needs to be another underground. Okay, there we go. I'm curious why urea isn't here yet. There's coal. Are we having a problem with urea? Oh my gosh, I'm only loading it up to 1,000. Oh, we need way more urea than that. Oh gosh. And that one's probably going to rare earth ores. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna need to massively increase our urea production. But this is working, which is cool. Very, very cool. Should I just put ammonia on trains? Now there's a thought. What about density? The density of a wagon is 2,000 urea or 25,000 ammonia. 2,000 urea could make 5 units apiece, so 10,000. So ammonia is even denser as far as transportation, and it loads and unloads faster. Maybe I should just be moving ammonia. Huh. I hadn't thought about it that way before. And then we can have a big ammonia plant that, like, has different priorities. You know what? Maybe that's what we'll do. Because ammonia is used in a ton of places, right? Like, let me look. If it's used in enough places, I think we should pull the trigger. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's used in so many places. And I guess for now there's really only the one way to make it, though. But still, we could do that in one spot and then, yeah. Supply ammonia elsewhere. Where should we do that? I guess I could just do it here. Yeah, why don't we... This is kind of weird. Why don't we just do that? Why don't we just add an F provider here? Ammonia. We'll need a couple more chemical plants. Let's get a couple chemical plants here. I don't know, I'll do like 4. And then, yeah. And then we'll just import ammonia instead of urea. Okay, easy enough. As far as request amounts for all this stuff, I feel like we can survive with smaller amounts than what is being advertised. Okay, so those are all hooked up. Small, and I don't know what I meant by that. Smaller amounts than advertised. I'm just saying we don't need a full train load. That's all my brain's trying to say. Because 3 a second for an hour is only 10,000. So, but at least hot air is cheap. So like, why not do the full hot air? Why not do the full amount of hot air? And acid gas. I mean, why? I don't know, why not? It'll be 1 train load of acid gas per billion hours, it's fine. And then we'll just put this at a higher priority for the acid gas. And I'm not really too worried about prioritizing hot air. I should put an alarm on hot air. I feel like that seems like a decent one for... Really, I should be putting alarms on everything. Like wood. Or, you know, like all these processes, I feel like... Am I gonna regret not having alarms? Or would I regret having alarms on everything? I could see it going both ways. Also, where is my hot air? I thought it was on the right side somewhere, but I'm not finding it. Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I mean, you know, I could have an alarm on one of these tanks. But is that a good idea? I don't actually know. I don't rightly know. Good news is this hasn't broken. Oh, wait a second. Are we? We are using up the coke here. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure we weren't like slowly filling up a chest with spoilage of red hot coke or something. But no, we're good. Alright, anyway, so this is gonna import hot air, acid gas, and aromatics, or blood. Grab the aromatics for now. 4 a second is a bit more reasonable. So 4,000, so 12,000 is an hour. Okay. So 30,000 should be fine for that too. These are all supposed to be negatives. Let's fix that. And then we need to filter you guys on hot air. Can I just click it over? Yeah. Aromatics. Okay, and then this guy. Also needs to be set to 25,000. I wonder if I should change the default so it stops doing that. That is kind of annoying. Because it's set to 4/5 of 30,000. So maybe we should change that. What is 5/4 of 25,000? 37. No, 30. Wait a second. What? 28. A fourth of that would be 6,250. So, because 6,250 doubled is 12,500. Okay. So another 6,250. So 31,250. That sounds wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the correct number. So that way, the request amount will default to, or the threshold will be 30,000. All right, blood. That one should be an easy one to import. I might even do 40,000 for this one. Get a little bit of extra because we use up to 20 a second here. And then we need ammonia and methane, right? Methane. Those all look like the right items. Okay. And you... blood. You, ammonia. Uh-oh. Does anyone know what's going on here? Does anybody have an idea why this isn't working? What the heck? I mean, what's going on? What? Why are none of these pumps? These ones are even unfiltered, which is bad, and they should be filtered. But what's going on here? It's on automatic, waiting for empty cargo inventory. This pump is next to the track. Alright, I'm truly at a loss. Is this a weird bug, or have I lost my mind? Train's on automatic. This isn't the one where we filter, right? Yeah, no, because the train just gets here and we pump it into the correct thing. The one where we filter the pumps based on, or sorry, we enable disable them based on a circuit. That's a provider's. For requesters, this is all we need. What is going on? The pipes are all here. The scary part is even if I turn off the filter, it still doesn't work. What is going on? Oh, this is making me so mad. Because I don't understand it. Is there too many pumps? What? Wait. Wait, what? Oh no. So... Oh no. So does that mean this design doesn't work? Oh, hell. What is going on here? I slightly remember the idea of... Oh, shoot. Only one pump per, like, little trio section. And I think we totally forgot about that. Oh, no. No, oh no, oh no. Okay, so let's see. Let's do... Well, I need to set this up with CyberSyn. Alright, let's do that. Okay, this is a mess. Oh no, I'm so worried that this isn't gonna work. Which means I may have to do sushi pipes. Oh, we set up 6 fluids. Oh, it's gonna be such a mess. At least we didn't set up 50 of these around our base. But this may just fail. The big difference is if pumps in have the same restriction or not. Where are the CyberSyn combinators? Oh, they're in a different spot. That's why I didn't find them. All right, so one there, one there. More power over here. You are a depot. Go there. Okay. So you figured yourself out, and then you're gonna be a requester. And you're gonna have a pump out into an infinity pipe, which zeroes out everything. Okay. And then we're gonna have a CyberSyn combinator, and you're gonna request. I will just go down the line. Oh. Gasoline. Water. Steam. That's not steam. Okay. Negative 30,000. Negative 30,000. And then we gotta provide. No. We need. Why is this one not working actually? Hey, we got an achievement. Don't see those very often. Oh, this has to be Group A. Why are there no network masks by default? Interesting. Okay, shouldn't that be working now? Surface, test surface, stations. The request is not showing up anywhere. What's this one called? Codimical? Oh, okay. I'm doing the request wrong. Oh, I just never hooked it up. Ha! LOL. Now it should go. There we go. Oh, okay, good. Gasoline, water, steam, and then we'll do what? Pressurized water, no, pressurized air, vacuum, and kerosene. I don't know. Whatever, just a liquid. Okay, so gasoline seems to be working. Okay. Now we need water on this one. I guess we need it. I have to put it in the correct bin. Which one does water go to here? This one. Okay. So, no, I guess they're all being measured properly already, so I can just attach it to the pipe. Okay, so water. And then this one is steam. And then this one is pressurized air. Goes to, oh, wait, what? Uh-oh, I've made a mistake. Oh, no, that's just, okay, no, I haven't made a mistake. Okay, anyway, pressurized air goes to this one. And then vacuum goes to this one. Alright, seems to be requesting water just fine. How about steam? Vacuum. I guess if really we just need to test on the other side. If both sides are working, then we're fine. Okay. So, I guess I'm kind of confused by the rules on pumps. On train wagon pumps. Maybe we can test it more statically here. I probably should have started with this, to be honest. This is kind of simpler. So if that train's there, only one pump can extract. I mean, you can see it right there. Only one of them connected. And only one pump can pump in. Okay, then how is this working? Is it because they're disabled? Ah. So, what that means is we can enable whichever one we want. Aha. So you could get up to 12 fluids into one. I see. Okay. I get it. And the reason our inputters have worked is because we are controlling the enable disable. The reason the outputters haven't worked is we're not enable disabling them. I see. I don't know if this outputs the train's contents as it's arriving, but if it does, we could enable disable these based on, and then we could have 6 or 12. Okay, well, I'm glad we solved that problemo. Our train is stuck. Speaking of train problems. What's your issue? I actually don't understand what's happening here. I think this train is here for methane. I don't even know where we're getting methane from, by the way. Wait, when did I do this? What? Wow, I totally forgot. We already made methane. What was I using methane for? Hold on. Distraction time. I was using methane for what? Why did I make this? Did I just make it because I was making moondrops? I think I did. Unless I needed formaldehyde for something I made recently. No, I was just straight up doing it because I knew I'd need it later. Wow. Well, sweet. We already have some free methane. Guess we didn't need BTX to methane. But anyway, why is this train stuck? I'm still not seeing it. Oh. 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 I'm seeing it now. It's all, the full picture is coming together now. So what's going on, and I can fix it manually, is only one pump in or out can attach to a specific third of the cargo wagon. So right now we've got the pump outs are just all activated because that's what they do. And the pump in here is not working. So what we're gonna do to fix it, because I don't know why we set up all these anyway. We don't need the rest of them. They're all empty. What we're gonna do is copy this over to this. So now that one's working. And then we're gonna just change that. And then we're gonna delete that one. And then we're good to go. Okay. Yeah, I feel like now I understand the fullness of that whole situation. We should have tested that more before. Interesting. Interesting. These alerts take a while to go away. Like, that train is Definitely not stuck. Although it's about to be. Maybe it knows. Do you think it knew that? No, there's no way it could have known that. There's no way it could have known that. Alright, that'll get here in a minute. And then it should be unstuck. Unstuckified. Anyway, what an episode this has been. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot. We've got a lot of things set up as well. I want to at least get mixed ores going here. So let's get that rolling. And when I say get mixed ores going, I mean like eventually, you know, once we have the actual resources for it. 4.8 means 2.4 of each type. So I think we might need something more like this, because we're gonna need more inserters. And then 2.4, 2.4. I mean, we literally need 5 inserters. Wow. But loaders don't quite make sense either, because we need 3 different types of items. Jeez. Okay. Those hooked up. Okay, so there's those. Here comes the savior. Here he comes. Tim! You can do it! Lop. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, that's that. And then mixed ores will go directly into a cobalt fluoride maker, which needs pressurized air. Which needs a pressure pump. And then tailings out. And then the cobalt fluoride. How big are these? I think we can fit all this in here. Cobalt fluoride will go onto a belt here, which then actually will need to get provided, because we're wanting to provide some cobalt fluoride to the world. Just saying fluoride just... Oh, cobalt extract, sorry. That's cobalt fluoride. But saying the word fluoride just makes me think of the dentist. We'll go for 2,500. Why not? Or should we? That's a lot of... That's 75,000 acid gas worth of cobalt extract. Maybe not so much. Maybe we'll go with like 1,000 max for right now. Oh, that was weird. I ran, as it was in the air, I ran in the way of it, and so then it just landed on the ground instead. Hot air is easy enough. That one's just down here. Another train for methane. Shoot. Man, I knew I did something wrong. Shooty shoot shoot. Well, we're gonna have enough methane for a while. And we probably need to call it an episode here. Nice. Okay. That's gonna be enough methane. And now we're actually measuring it. So, hot air, connected, acid gas. Wait, we actually got a delivery? That's amazing. Sweet. I kind of was not expecting to get one so soon. Awesome. Okay, so that's ready. And then, yeah, we'll keep working on the rest of this in the next episode. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.